Did you just receive a stimulus check from the government? Did your grandma just give you $500 for being the perfect grandchild and you don't know what to do with all that money? You must have heard what's going on Reddit, Twitter, and all over the internet. Young people are starting to invest. We thought investing was only for the smart, privileged people of this world. But today with the internet, it allows anyone to start investing. And in today's video, I'm going to go through the 7 mistakes beginners should avoid or consider before they start investing. So stay tuned. Hey guys, my name is Riad and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to save you some serious future pain and some future money. If you're new here, welcome and subscribe. Make sure that you stay tuned and for the future videos that are going to help you along your journey. Everyone makes a mistake when they're on a path to a new journey. They're unsure of what's going to happen, they're uncertain of the future, and investing is a very touchy topic. Investing has always been a touchy subject. The media portrays it as Wall Street guys are always out to get people's money from the uneducated and poor people. That is simply untrue. Even though we have seen through history so many stock market crashes that wipes out people's savings, their college funds are gone, and people are left homeless, this isn't to say that you should quit trying to invest and grow your capital. Now, in order to avoid being part of that history, we need to understand the mistakes that they did so we don't end up being flat on our bums like what happened to them. Now, the title says that there are 7 mistakes that I'll be going through, but I'm going to squeeze in one additional secret to make sure that you get on the right path. So let's get into it. Mistake number 1 is not investing at all. Have you ever sat on the bench line and watched your team win the finals? The victory doesn't taste the same and sweet as if you were a part of it and actually playing and contributing. The same goes with sitting on the sideline when it comes to invest. By not investing, you think that you'll be saving on risk, that you won't be losing money. Well, let me break the ice down for you because you are completely wrong. What happens is at school, they don't teach you about inflation and interest rates. We are currently in a stage where inflation rates is higher than the interest rates we make on depositing our money in the bank. What that means is you're actually losing money keeping your money in the bank account. But they don't tell you this. Back in the day when interest rates were around 5% and inflation was 2.5%, that means if you were to put $1,000 in your bank savings account, at the end of the year, you'll come out with $1,025. That is because of the 2.5% on interest. Whereas today, inflation rate is higher than interest rates, meaning that you will actually be losing money. So investing is actually a lot better than saving your money in the bank account. Mistake number 2 is not having an emergency fund. The stock market is very volatile. That means that some days prices go up extremely high and extremely low, and very quickly. You might open up your app one day and realize that your entire profit has been annihilated in one day. Like 99% of beginners, everyone will react emotionally. They will simply pull out and walk away with their losses. This emotional thinking is to prevent any future harm on the money invested, which is completely wrong. This thinking will definitely make you lose more money in the future and will discourage you from ever investing. And that will lead you to mistake number 1, which will be sitting on the sidelines. You'll have this perception that the stock market is a bottomless pit that keeps sucking your money away and it's only for the rich and privileged people. You definitely wouldn't want to be investing money without having a cushion or an emergency fund. Just in case any disaster or a situation like last year where COVID happened and people had to stay at home and some people lost their work, you need to have at least 6 months worth of income as a cushion. You wouldn't want to sell your shares and lose on future profits just because you had to pay some bills or a fine or an accident. That is what your emergency fund is meant to be for. Not having an emergency fund is a mistake that a lot of beginners make. This eliminates the opportunity that you can make on compounding your money in the future. If your money is not in the stock market, you lose on the opportunity of the math phenomenon of compound interest, where your money grows exponentially. Also, if you see they're selling and buying stocks, you lose a lot of your profit on the brokerage fees. That is another reason why you should have your emergency fund, to pay off certain things so you don't need to sell your shares for them. Mistake number 3, waiting too long to get in. People think that you need to have a lot of money saved in order to dump into the stock market so you can have a decent return. Well, the power of the internet allows apps and opportunities for you to start investing with as low as $50, like the ComSec Pocket. I've also made a video for you to watch on how to use the ComSec Pocket and also the ComSec app tutorial. So make sure you hit on the link. Now, if you live in the US, there are a lot of apps that don't charge any brokerage fee, which then allows you to buy stocks, which then allows you to buy as many stocks and sell as many stocks as you like without charging you a fee. And there's also no minimum. Now, with the power of the internet and low fees, you could simply start investing weekly or monthly or bi-monthly. And then you get a feel of the market and see how it works. The best way to learn besides reading books and watching videos like this one is to simply take action. You need to get out there and see what happens. When the market goes up, why did it go up? When it goes down, what happened? And then you start to realize all these trends and you get confident, and then you see which stocks are working, and then you keep dumping more money into that one. There's a great book called Mastering the Cycle by Howard Marks that explains and educates you on the different market cycles. Mistake number 4, investing too much money at once. This mistake contradicts the thinking process of mistake number 3, of requiring a lot of money to start investing. If you are a beginner and you started to invest a month's worth of income into the stock market, and the next day you lost half of it, you'll react emotionally and pull it out. You'll freak out. But that's not how Warren Buffett got rich. The concept of the previous mistake is relevant over here. As you start to get your feet wet, you realize what's working and what's not working and why certain things happen. There's an advantage of slowly buying stocks at different price points. That's called the cost of average. This is a great way to start investing because you can never correctly predict the price of the stock. So you buy some at $50 and then at 52, then at 53, instead of losing on all that opportunity and buying when it's at 60. This is also the same when the stock decreases in price. You don't know when the bottom's going to be, so you slowly start buying on the descent of the price, and then that uses the cost of average to make sure that you are situated in the best position. Mistake number 5 is listening to the expert. With social media and forums such as Twitter, Reddit, Discord, or Facebook, people have access to so many of these experts. These experts can manipulate or give false information for their own benefit and take advantage of beginners. We have seen the power of social media on the AMC stock and GameStop stock. That blew the stock up crazy high and people were getting rich quick. And then their friends found out that they were making money, so then they started to buy. But when the stock crashed, people lost money and they were very unhappy. So remember, in order for you to make great returns, this will take years of patience and practice. Constantly reading the news and reading financial books. Make sure you surround yourself with the right people who are experienced. Never trust any of these experts. If these experts were so knowledgeable, they'll be using their own information for themselves instead of helping other people, because they just take advantage of the people that are trying to make a quick buck. There's no shortcut to success. Mistake number 6, not considering taxes. There are some capital gains taxes that you need to be aware of. If you saw your profits and held your stock for less than a year, you'll be taxed 100% of the profit. Whereas if you held the stocks for greater than 12 months, you'll only be taxed 50% of the holding. Also, the mentality of thinking that you're going to sell your profits to reinvest when the price is low does not work. That eliminates again phenomenon of compounding interest. The best investment strategy is to buy and hold forever, or when the time is right to sell, but that time is not within a year or 2. And finally, mistake number 7, not knowing what type of investing approach you want to take. There are multiple strategies for you to take when it comes to investing, but you need to be aware of all of them and know which one you are more confident in. You could invest in risky startups and speculate on the growth, which will give you the greatest reward because it's the greatest risk as well. There's investing in blue chip companies. These companies are the big companies like Apple, Microsoft, and GM, where they give out dividends, which is another source of passive income if you want to go in that route, and are known to stick around for decades to come. These are safe investments. And finally, there is ETFs, which you can invest in monthly or weekly and hold for about 30 years, and you'll definitely be making millions of dollars because this strategy uses the compounding of interest. And so on average, the S&P 500 gives a return of 7 to 10% per year. This is a lot better than investing and keeping your money in the bank account. This is also a great way for you to keep dumping your money into an ETF every week or every month and not have to worry about the volatility. My video of investing using ComSec Pocket is all about ETFs, so make sure that you watch that. And finally, the secret mistake number 8. Do not be greedy. Everyone thinks that they're going to make money and get rich quick. That's not the case. It takes many years of discipline, hard work, patience, and experience. You will definitely lose money and you will definitely make money, but you need to take action. And that's all, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please let me know in the comment section down below what you thought was very valuable to you and what hit home. And I look forward to hearing your guys' stories of starting on this new journey, starting to invest, make money, and make sure you subscribe. Thank you.